tonight we're celebrating our 20th anniversary in Rye, and I think it's appropriate at this milestone just to invite clients that have supported us over that period to come and share a drink with us and to thank them for their support. We're not going to pause and sort of sit on our laurels. It is very much about positioning the firm for the next 10 years ahead, and we see that Coastal & Country gives us that platform for change, and through that I mean we're going to be taking a holistic approach to marketing, building on digital media and social web, and integrating various strands of marketing from one hub, from one property hub.
I mean, Phillips Stubbs have always been identified as being one of the sort of leading agents for Coastal & Country property, but we've never really had that brand identity to set us apart from the competition. So this is what it's all about, basically, putting us at the top of the market in the local and country area to say, come to Phillips Stubbs.
We've gone on the days of sort of a for sale board and a picture in the window. There's now many opportunities the internet brings with it. Threats on one hand, but vast opportunities for us. And we see the opportunity to interact with our clients in a different way and to be more exciting and creative in the marketing of their properties. The Coastal & Country book has two purposes. One, it was important to go through that process in order to determine what the brand actually stood for.
The coffee table book is about the standards that Martin wants to work to. Better photography, more interesting snapshots of other things around. Make sure that the layout and the general feel is more evocative than you'd normally get in estate agents' windows. I designed it and I wrote the script as if it was a personal tour by me. I've often looked at photographs and pictures of Rye and felt that they didn't convey that esoteric feeling that you get when you're in this place. It's like a diamond on a hill. It's just magical.
We're going to be using it to demonstrate to people our knowledge, specialisation in certain areas of the market, and use it to promote the firm into new areas. For example, Hastings, Hythe, and further inland, Goud, Hurstbody, in these areas.
We will take anything on that's quirky and fits that Coastal & Country remit, really. Fantastic little beach shacks and coastal houses, fishermen's huts for 100 to 300,000. It doesn't have to be the sort of the high-end properties which some people may expect us to sort of deal with. So it's going to be really anything across the board that we feel is going to sort of fit the image of Phillips Stubbs and the Coastal & Country.
What's important to remember here is that perhaps unlike the West Country, where second homes mean lock up and leave type properties where they're unoccupied for the majority of the year, because of the proximity to London, most home owners are down here, say 3 out of 4 weekends. So there was a much closer link with the community that they live in. And quite often they end up moving here on a permanent basis or retiring here in later life. So there's that long-term commitment to the area, which is important.
Well, I mean, the main thing about us is we're very well placed on the south coast here to deal with that. Rye is a really good sort of draw for people, isn't it? People come to Rye for the day out, they stay. There's the George in town where there's wedding venues. It's all sorts of things are going on in Rye. It's changed enormously in the last 5 or 10 years, and I think it's a good starting point to start your coastal search, basically.
I've only been here for a year and a half, so I knew Rye as somewhere to visit, but I think it sort of hides its charm. Some of the bits I've really enjoyed whilst I've been here are the bits that you might not necessarily see, some of the walks and cycle rides around.
Certainly as part of the package we will be going into the holiday let market. We want to be able to offer an inclusive service to clients, and there's a lot of cross flow between the various sectors: sales, long-term lettings and short-term holiday lets. People will move between the three, they don't necessarily sit in one camp.
Our experience is lots of people come down to this area from London to holiday. You can leave home at 1 o'clock and you're on holiday by 2:30, and there's not very many places that you can do that.
I think the main thing that we offer is experience and local knowledge, which brings with it connections with people that perhaps are not on the market. So if somebody's looking for a particular property, say a coastal property, we may well know that person, having sold a house to them maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years ago, and we can approach them just to see whether they perhaps might have thought of moving.
It's delightful to meet in this particular spot, because of course Phillips Stubbs know just about everybody, don't they?
I think we'd like to find another victim like we found the last time. It's a retirement bungalow with a major potential.
They sold me my house 13 14 years ago.
And you're still in touch with them?
Oh, they rent out bits for me as well. Yeah, they're wonderful.
So we're part of the fabric really of Rye. People know us. We're very well ensconced in things like the Rye Festival in September. You know, it's a very visual office. Everybody has to walk past Phillips Stubbs. So you can't get away from us, I'm afraid.